my dear friends, welcome to my channel again. My name is Nathaniel Kamen, and I do that just to help people that doesn't have access to yoga, or maybe that has no access to a car to go to a yoga class. This is the best way to do it. And today, as requested, I'm doing a little bit more of happy feet. We're gonna pay attention on our feet because we usually take it for granted, right? One of the most important channel of energy that we have in our bodies, we don't pay attention. We just wake up, stand on it, go through life standing on it, and sometimes we forget how important it is. There's so much energy that comes through it, that goes through it, that if our feet are closed, there's too much tightness in the feet, there's no space, so prana, the life source, the power of the breath, can move through our bodies. And sometimes all we need is to open those two beautiful things that God gave to us. So it's going to be a fast, but really precise practice today. We're gonna focus on the feet, a little bit on the legs. Activating the legs also helps to activate the feet. So stay with me, and I hope you like it, and I hope you enjoy it. Anyone can do it. If you have problems like pain, broken ankles, if you just are in the process of healing, please ask your doctor first. And yeah, take it from there. I'm gonna give you some variations in case we need it. Otherwise, let's get started. Alright, you're just gonna need a block. If you don't have a block, oh my gosh, I can't do it. No, yes, you can. You can use books, you can use pillows, you can use, oh, here, I have one thing. I bought shoes for my kid yesterday. You can use a box of shoe, you know, put some heavy stuff in it, and you can use that too. All right. How we're gonna start today is just laying down our mats. And doesn't matter where you came from today, if it's in the morning, if it's at night, if it's between, during a break at work. Let's just start to center. It's really important for any practice that you do. You start from the ground up. Now let's keep our knees bent like that. Bring the soles of our feet and the edge of our mats. Bring our hands to our bellies so we can deeply feel our breath really connecting. So when you inhale, you feel that hand can go up just by how your belly moves with your inhale and exhale. Take this moment to connect with your spine, to see how your back feels, your low back, your knees and your ankles, your hips. And now imagine that your feet, it has this beautiful capacity of bringing as much energy as you can to the body, as much energy as it can to the body. Suddenly you feel all the bones. You have so many bones, so many muscles in the feet and the ankles. Imagine those spaces opening, and you feel the energy rolling up from the soles of your feet all the way up. Passing your knees, going down to your legs, going down to your hips and belly, chest and shoulders, arms, fingers, going back up in your neck, your face, the back of your head. And as much you breathe, as much oxygen you bring to the lungs, feel that the space in your feet gets even bigger.
Gently moving the knees side to side. Let your hands slide in your belly here. Your hands are not moving, but your belly is moving with that movement of your legs. Keep sending your knees side to side. Feeling the touch of the soles of your feet, the sides and the insides of your feet on the floor. Don't forget about the breath. And gently stop. Kind of have an idea that your knees, your ankles are in the same line. We're going to press the feet, especially the heels down. And start to spread the balls of your feet and your toes away. Start with your pinky toes drop to the floor, and then one at a time, see if you can touch the mats or wherever you're practicing, slowly down to find the earth. And when you find this connection with the earth, you're going to start to lift your hips off the mat just a little bit. You're not going to engage too much of the legs, but I want you to feel a little more of the weight towards your feet, okay? While you're surrendering your low back, while you can give a surrender to the belly. And then exhale, we're going to slowly move back down. When your whole pelvis, when your sacrum is down, you're going to lift the toes off the mat, and then try to send the balls of your feet forward, lifting the toes towards you. And then exhale, we're going to do it again. Outside feet, pinky toes, second, third, fourth, and fifth. And then you're going to slowly lift the hips. Let your legs and your glutes feel soft. You're not forcing too much with your legs. There's a softness going on. I want you to feel more in the feet when you're doing this. And then we'll exhale, slowly come back down. When your sacrum touches the floor, you lift your heel, you lift your toes, you lift the balls of your feet, and you send the balls of your feet forward and lifting those toes, bringing them towards you. Now press your heels like if you're sliding your bodies to the back of the room. Now you're going to engage the legs more when you do that. Now again, exhale. Start with the outsides of your feet. Pinky toes, second, third, fourth, fifth. Everything's connected with the floor. Lift your hips off the mat. Soften your belly, soften your legs, even your glutes. Take the weight away from your glutes and really feel the connection with your feet, the touch of your feet and whatever is touching. And then exhale slowly down. Lift again the balls of your feet and your toes off. Send the balls of your feet forward, pressing the heels, and bring the toes towards you. While you're doing that, connect with your pelvis. Lifting a little bit, tuck your tailbone under, and feel that slide. Like if you could slide, if you had the perfect clothes and the perfect floor to slide, you would be going up towards the back of the room. Now you feel the engagement of the muscles in your thighs, and then exhale, release. Very good. We're going to reach the right leg up to the sky. If you can interlace your fingers to the back of that right leg, try that. If you can straighten your leg, if you can't, that's okay. You can keep your leg bent like that. Or if it's too hard for you to bring your hands, use a towel or a belt, whatever you can reach, so your hands can keep your leg high. Then you can straighten more. Then you can use more of your hamstring muscles. Now flexing your foot, look at the beautiful bones in your feet here, and then lift the toes up. Now we're going to give little circles or big circles. I don't want you to be a deep stretch like the biggest stretch you've ever done. No, I want you to feel good. I want you to feel that you are waking up your feet, waking up the front, waking up the sides of your ankles. You're going to probably hear a lot of popcorn from my feet here. And maybe to the other side. Enjoy this movement, being really kind. Let's give some love to the feet. One more. It feels good. Now from here, bend your knee and see if you can get a hold of your foot. And if you can't, again, use a towel, wrap, and try to bring your foot closer to you, while the right knee is going to the outside. Soften your hips and let your pelvis be neutral on the floor. Then exhale, we're going to slowly bring it down. We're going to send the left leg up to the sky. The same idea, if you can't straighten that leg, you can always use wherever you have a towel, a napkin, a rag, I always say that word wrong, a shirt, whatever you have. And then we're going to flex the feet, feel and watch your bones, your muscles activating. And then we're going to point the toes. Right away you should feel that stretch in the front of your feet, especially in the morning, or especially after a long day of work, standing up. Even if you spend your whole day sitting down, especially sitting down, you need to wake up those feet muscles. And you're in a position that our body's not meant for, to be seated for so long. And circles. You can flex or point. It's up to you. As long as you're being gentle. 2 more circles here. Very nice. Now exhale, start to bend that left knee and bring your left ankle towards you. Again, use a towel, use anything to wrap that foot to bring closer. So we're opening the outside left hip. Keep the rest of your body soft. Hips and sacrum touching the floor. And exhale, we're going to reach slowly down to the mat. Alright. We're going to grab our blocks, or whatever you're using as a prop. We're going to bring between the feet. We're going to drop it to the floor. Now I want you to imagine here. Hands are going to face up. You're going to press your heels down. You're going to start to press the outside of your feet. The outside. And then the pink toe, second toe, third, fourth, and fifth. And now imagine that the block is trying to press your foot out. And you're doing the opposite, trying to press your feet into the block. Look over your knees and see if they're not too open, but they are at the same level as your ankles. So now that your whole foot is activated, don't try to clench too much on the floor, but you feel the connection. You feel like it's glued to the mat with not too much pressure. Now here, from here, you're going to lift the butt off the mat. And then the same thing we did before, you're going to try to slide by pressing your foot, like if your foot is going forward, your feet are going forward, your body is going back. And then exhale, reach down, all the way down again. You're going to lift your heels, still pressing into the block. Now press the balls of your feet down to the floor and your toes. And then gently just lift a little bit of your pelvis off the mat. A space that it feels good. Exhale, drop. And then drop your heels. I know it's too much, sometimes it's too much to handle. It's too much information with a Brazilian accent. Now lift your toes off the mat. You're still with your heels, you're still with the outsides, the insides, and the balls of your feet. Now lift your toes off the mat. We're gonna again press every single part of your foot but your toes. Lift your butt a little bit and try this intention of sliding forward and backwards. And then exhale, we're gonna reach down again. Very nice. All right. We're going to now send our bodies all the way to the floor in a tabletop kind of position. And some people are going to need some pillows in case you don't know how, or you can't do child's pose because we're going to stay here for a little bit. You can always use a pillow underneath you or underneath your legs, between your feet and your legs, and you can sit right here, okay? Now what we're going to do, I'm going to try to show you here. Your feet, your knees, your hips, it's one level. Now try not to bring them in or out too much. We're going to be right there. And if you can, before you go down, kind of bring your hand to your feet and see if they are straight. See if they're not going in or out. Make sure this whole bottom is straight down. Okay? Now, from here, open, separating your toes, drop your toes to the floor. Kind of press like if the balls of your feet is trying to go down too, so you find more of the stretch in the sole of your feet. And then you're going to start to slowly go down to the mat. Some people, all you're going to need to do is keep your hands there. And you're going to try to soften your shoulders and stay. Some people, this position, for me too, it can be painful if you stay a long time. But sometimes that's what you need. You're not hurting unless you have an injury, unless you have any issues with your foot. A serious that was diagnosed by a doctor. Otherwise, do as much as you can, and and then you point your toes and do a little massage and then come back. Otherwise, stay with me here for a little bit. Use your block. If you can go all the way down and maybe drop your forehead so you can breathe in this pose. What's going to happen in this pose is that you are afraid of letting the weight of your body go more towards the toes because it's not comfortable. And we're going to move away from the comfort, right? Now here, breathe as deep as you can and see, activate your legs. And then pressing whatever is touching the floor. In my case, is my forearms and my hands. I'm going to press it down and send more weight to my toes. Stretching more over my legs, stretching more of my feet, especially my ankles. Sending here the weight towards the heels and towards the feet. 2 more breaths. It feels so good to open that part of your body. And then we're going to lift. We're going to point slowly the toes. And then exhale, we're going to move down like that. Keep your toes pointed back. And then round your back a little bit. And send the weight, the same thing, send the weight to your heels. If you have a pillow underneath you or the block underneath you, doesn't matter, you're going to be doing the same thing. Round your back where you can touch and how much you can round. And then inhale, come back to center. We're going to do one more time. We're going to tuck the toes. Look to your toes and then send the foot back. And then see if from here you can stretch again. Keep that foot not in, not out, but right in the center. Now walk your hands closer to your knees. We're going to use one more movement here. Doesn't matter if you're sitting in your pillow or not. You're going to use the muscles of your arms to lift your knees off the mat. To lift, to lift, to lift. So now you're rolling a little more towards the inside of your feet. Almost like the heels are almost touching the mat in my case. Gonna come back, and then exhale, drop the toe, drop the knees.
From here, let's try to take our hands off the mat and reach them all the way up to the sky. Right hand grabs the left wrist, and you're gonna bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Stay here with me, I know you're feeling. Exhale, bend to the left. Open the right side. Inhale back to center. We're going to do one more time. Hands down to the floor. Press your hands, lift your knees off the mat, round your back as much as you can, sending the knees towards you, trying to drop almost your heels all the way down. You're going to give a nice stretch here for your shin, your calf, and then inhale back to center. Drop your knees, slowly moving the arms up to the sky. We're going to bend again to the right. Open that left side. Inhale, center, bending slowly to the left. Open that right side. Inhale back to center. I know, we're almost done. Hands down. Oh, it feels good. Lift your butt away from your heels, point your toes. Now we're going to give a little tap here. Tap, tap, tap. Very nice. Exhale, move your butt towards your heels. We're going to bring the right leg forward. We're going to keep that left leg bent. Bend your right and externally rotate that right leg. With the right hand as a fist, make sure your knuckles, there's no crazy ring here that you can hurt yourself. So with your knuckles, we're going to press right when your heel ends. Not in the end of your foot, but in the beginning. When, should I say, where your heel starts. You're going to press right there. And then you're going to slide all the way when it starts the balls of your feet. And then you're going to slide back. And then you're going to slide forward again. And slide back. Now you're going to, not the knuckles of your fingers, but those other knuckles. You're going to try to press into the beginning of your heel. And then you're sliding all the way. And then sliding all the way. Just the arch of your feet. One more time. Slide it all the way and slide it back. Now with your two thumbs, you're going to massage the balls of your feet. And how you're going to massage is press and roll. You're going to press and circle. Press and circle until the end. So you start with the inside and you press and circle. Press and circle. One more. Press and circle. All right. Now with two hands, you're going to try to separate the heels from the balls of your feet. You can do either this way or that way. What you're trying to stretch is the skin here. Separating. I wish I had a camera closer here. We're going to separate. Yes. Alright, that's it. Now you're going to grab your block. You're going to bring right there in the front. And in the edge of your block, you're going to press your feet there. And slide. Beginning of your heel and slide. The same thing we did that with our hand. So if you have a corner or something, it can be a corner of a table, it can be a book, it can be the corner of your chair. I want you to massage the sole of your foot, the arch of your foot. You're sliding, you're massaging that area. Alright, now we're going to just do the opposite. Bend your left, bring it to the front. We're going to use those knuckles first, the finger knuckles, okay? The fingers, not the knuckles of the hands, but when you bend your fingers, those are the knuckles. So the beginning of your heel, all the way up until the balls of your feet, and then slide it back down. And then slide it back up. Don't forget to breathe. You're still connecting.
Exhale. And then 2 more.
Now the big knuckles, it's going to be even a stretch for your wrist here. You're gonna slide it up slowly. It doesn't need to be too much pressure. Slide it up. One more time, all the way down. All right, now with your 2 thumbs, start to press and circle. Press and circle right in the balls of your feet. Press and circle. Press and circle. And usually where you're pressing, and if you feel a little pain, is where you should open more. So pay a little bit more attention, give a little bit more care to that area. You're gonna see where it needs the most. There's so much connection. There's so much tissues there that needs love. If you know anything about pressure points, you know how the feet is related to everything in our bodies. From our brain to our ears, eyes, back, spleen, stomach, everything. All right, now I'm gonna separate. I can use my fingers that way, I can use my fingers that way. Just feeling your skin separated from the center all the way to the sides. All right, I'm gonna use my block, but in your case, you can use whatever you think can help you. It can even be the stairs of your house. If you have stairs, you can put your foot right there in the corner of your stair and go up and down. You can use anything. You don't need a block. And slide it. I think a stair would be much better than a block because it slides. So one more time. Very nice. On this happy feet, we're just gonna stay down. We're gonna do two more very easy exercises. Now with your knees bent, look at your feet and see if they're straight. You're gonna lift the toes off the mat. And you're gonna press like if you're sliding your feet, okay? Now you're gonna lift the balls of your feet and lifting higher. Did you hear that? Now see if you can get a hold of your toes. Again, if you can't, if you have problem in your low back and if you can't seat it or fold it this way, use a towel, wrap yourself and push all the way towards you. While you're doing that, see if your toes can come forward without bringing the balls of your feet forward. Okay? You're just trying to send your whole foot towards you, the front of your foot towards you, without opening to the sides or to the center. Try to lengthen your spine as much as you can, connecting your belly and your chest towards your legs. One more breath. And then exhale, drop. Now step to one side with your foot and step to the other side, right and left. Right and left. One more time, side to side. Side to side. Now this is going to be an interesting pose because some people can't do that. Some people cannot bend the knees this way. Now, if this is almost impossible, you can use a stool, you can use a chair, you can use your couch. Try to bend the knee. And with this bend of the knee, you can see your foot now entirely from another stand. You can use a ball, a tennis ball. You can use any kind of ball you have in your house. It can be a hard or a soft ball.
And with that ball, you're going to press again towards your feet all the way down to your toes. And then press it all the way up. If you don't have a ball, you can do what I'm doing. I'm using my hand here to press, to soften, to massage, really massaging all the way. And then all the way up. Just one more time. Don't forget about your toes. Your toes need love too. And then all the way up. Now pay attention in your heel. And right in the center of your heel, where your heel starts, with your thumb, you're going to press right there. You might feel the pressure point. If you didn't find a little tiny pinch, a little tiny discomfort, keep trying to find that point. Now, wherever you are, if you can, with the right hand, see if your left knee can go down more while you're pressing into your heel. And then exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Bending the right knee. Maybe the side is harder. Maybe the side you need to be lifted more. So use the props that you have. Use pillows. Use a chair or a stool. And massaging here. Again, you can use a ball. It's really nice. If for any reason this is an impossible thing for you to do, you can use the ball, you can sit in a chair and just circle with the ball and the bottom of your feet all the way to your toes. Do the best of your body can. It's just a nice massage and activation from all the pressure points in your feet. Alright, when you have this done, when you feel like it's good, right thumb right in the center of your knee. Now I have my knee lifted off the mat. Yeah, you could do this one, but this one's going to give more stretch for the feet from the front. Now you're going to press your thumb right there in the center until you find that uncomfort space. Left hand tries to drop. You're trying to lengthen your spine, belly button in. Just gonna stay and breathe here for 3 more breaths. And exhale. All right. That's it for our happy feet, number 2. And let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if I can help you with anything. You're gonna feel much more open to start to finish or between your day after this. It can take 5 minutes for you to do that at home. So always pay attention, always be kind with the body, see where you can go. Maybe if you know that you can push yourself a little further towards the edge of your own stretch, it's not pushing yourself with your mind, but maybe your body can go a little more. Keep trying, keep practicing, keep opening the body. Don't stop moving. Your body needs movement to keep it young, to keep it open, to keep it strong. So keep up the good work, and I hope to see you soon. Please, if you have any questions, send me a message or an email, and we can keep in touch. Thank you so much. Namaste.